Hey guys, I'm Pete Freak. Welcome back to Pokemon Fire Red. Last time, we made our way up here to the Indigo Plateau, where the Pokemon League takes place. We made our way through Victory Road, and before that, we had one last battle with Blue. In this part, we are going through the final challenge, the Victory Road. Before we do that, though, we should probably go stop by and buy some things. We don't need any Pokeballs right now. Fun little fact, by the way, Victory Road is where Moltres originally was before it got moved to Mount Ember. Let's see... Really? You don't sell any Hyper Potions? I would prefer Hyper Potions over Max Potions. We don't really need Max Potions. We have enough revives. Plenty of full heals. How many full restores do we have? 2. I guess we'll buy 3 more. We'll buy 3 more full restores. Those could always come in handy. And then let's just spend the rest of our money on Max Potions, I guess. Alright. With that all said and done, it's time we face our challenges. From here on, you face the Elite Four one by one. If you win, the door opens to the next trainer. Good luck. The Elite Four! Probably the hardest challenge in the entire game. Let's start off. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can beat me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Haha, you ready? Yeah, except that Freeze is a very rare status condition because there's no move that just does freezing. It is a very overpowered status condition. But anyways, Lorelei, she specializes in Ice-type Pokemon. We still do have little type specializations for the Elite Four as well. And so, I have Lee Sin out right now. Because Lee Sin has yet to actually have his time to properly shine in any boss battle. And wow, that did not KO. That's scary. I probably should have also showed you guys what my team looks like right now. I gave everyone rare candies. Come on, really? I gave everyone rare candies, so they're all level 48. I also went and gave Pupper Double Edge instead of Takedown. That last trainer before the end of Victory Road was actually a tutor for the move Double Edge. Double Edge is basically a more powerful takedown, so I figured it made sense. Next up is Slowbro. Slowbro is not an ice type. Slowbro is a water psychic type. Okay then, well... I also gave some people some items. Lee Sin is currently holding the Amulet Coin. Pupper is holding the Black Glasses to improve his bite capability, and then these two are holding leftovers. Unfortunately, a lot of held items you can't get till later, or like certain Pokemon are holding them and you have to use the move Thief in order to steal them. Pupper would be too risky. I guess our best bet is probably gonna be Berry. My strategy with Berry and giving her the leftovers is that she'll probably be our staller if we really need a strong stalling Pokemon. So, because she has leftovers and Leech Seed to help keep her health up, plus Giga Drain. So, she'll be really good for stalling if we need to do just that. And I think for a really tanky Pokemon like Slowbro, we're going to need to do just that. So, we'll use Leech Seed so we can get some chip damage at the end of her turn. Okay. Yawn's gonna make the Pokemon drowsy, so they'll fall asleep. The Elite Four is no joke. They're really, really powerful. I just realized we could have given our Pokemon berries. Whoops. They're really powerful, especially the last one, so... I'm legitimately kind of worried about how this is gonna go, so... Hopefully it goes well. Only one way to find out. Okay, that did a decent amount, but... because of the Leech Seed, she's probably going to heal up Slowbro afterwards. Oh, Ice Beam's going to hurt. That's fine. Oh, yeah, it hurt a lot. Well, if she's going to heal this turn, then... That Berry falls asleep. Yeah, we should probably use one of the full restores that we got. Yeah, she's definitely going to heal up Slowbro this turn. So we'll do that as well, and... where is our full restores? Here they are. Probably should have bought more full restores now that I think about it. Oh well. Yep, and all the Elite Four members have at least, I'm pretty sure, at least 2 full restores. So, that's going to be worrisome. I also got to be conscious of how much PP we're using. Let's try a Bullet Seed, see how much that does. Really, did not do a lot. We really do need, say, Giga Drains, though, for when our HP actually gets super low. Moving on. Probably gonna use Ice Beam again. surprised Barry's at, well, actually, I shouldn't be too surprised that Barry's faster than a Pokemon literally called Slow Bro. Jeez, I am getting unlucky with these bulletins. Oh, Amnesia. Amnesia was a super powerful boosting move back in the original generation, where instead of just specifically special defense, it raised special. Special attack and special defense used to be one stat in the original generation. Alright, let's use a full heal to wake Barry up. And it already used Yawn on us, wow. That's fine, we'll probably just swap someone out. Because one more Leech Seed should... Actually, we could just Bullet Seed to end it off. Make things less complicated. Barry is going to fall back asleep, though, which is going to be worrisome. Alright, that's 2 Pokemon down. We have 3 more to go. Next up is Lapras. Okay. Barry falls asleep. The thing is that Ice types are surprisingly very defensive when they have a lot of weaknesses. I think it's mostly because a lot of them are also water types, so let's switch on over to Ret. I don't know if Lapras' physical attack or special attack, that means physical defense or special defense is higher. Oh, that did a lot, actually. Holy crap. Let's see how much this does. Only did half. And Ice Beam's gonna KO Ret. God, Ret is not very bulky, is she? Sorry, Ret. We'll have a revive for you in a bit. I guess we'll just send out Lisa next. Lisa can hopefully finish her off. Wait, she must have a Citrus Berry. Okay, that's gonna be really annoying. Citrus Berry heals a portion of the Pokemon's HP. It's equal to a portion of their max HP. It's not things... Oh, come on. That Citrus Berry did actually just save her from fainting. That's annoying. Sorry, Lisa, and I thought you'd get your time to shine here, but I didn't realize just how freaking strong all these guys were gonna be. I guess we'll send out Pupper next, just to finish it off. Alright, Flamethrower, it'll do neutral damage, but it'll at least finish it off. I might have to actually sacrifice a Pokemon in order for me to revive one of the other Pokemon. Alright, next up is Cloyster. Cloyster I was kind of worried about because Cloyster has really high physical defense. So we're better off just using a special move. Like that. That actually did a lot. And you're just planting spikes down. Okay. Let's use a Bite. Alright, that's fine. I knew that they had multiple full restores. Surprisingly, the AI for the Elite Four is not that stupid. You'd figure they'd be just like every other AI, but no, they're actually quite smart. In fact, the AI for the Cool Trainers are actually surprisingly smart as well, because I've had Cool Trainers that have swapped out their Pokemon in the middle of battle, which you don't normally see AIs doing that. Okay, this should be easy. Flamethrower should be able to finish Jinx off, because it's not a water type, unlike most other ice types. Never mind, Jinx has really high special defense, and Lovely Kiss. That sucks. Okay. Let's use a full heal. I should pop more full heals, actually, jeez. Maybe I'm not fully prepared for this. Alright. Yep, resistant to it. And let's actually finish you off with a Bite. Hopefully those Dark Glasses, yeah, should make it strong enough. I think that's all 5 of our Pokemon? Didn't quite count? Yep, that's Elite Four Lorelei. Things shouldn't be this way. You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of the Pokemon League's power. Indeed we did. Alright, I'm gonna heal up everyone real quick. And I recommend you can either save in between every battle. Remember, if you fail this once, you have to start all over. So you can save in between every battle, or if you want more of a challenge, then you can just save at the beginning and then restart if you lose. So, give me a second. I am Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people in Pokemon can become stronger, without limit. I've lived and trained with my fighting Pokemon, and that will never change. Jordan, we will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ah! Next up is Bruno. Bruno is a fighting type specialist, though he also uses a few rock type Pokemon. I don't know, I guess there just isn't variety in fighting types around here. For example, it starts off with an Onyx. I am going with Berry for this fight. Berry is a Psychic Grass type. Grass is super effective against Rock, and Psychic is super effective against Fighting. So hopefully she should be able to get through this relatively easily. See? Just 2-shot the freaking Onyx. Easy. Bruno has always been sort of considered not that difficult for Elite Four. Everyone else is kind of difficult, but Bruno, not so much. Especially since I have Berry, so... Ooh, you are faster, but that shouldn't do much damage. Yeah, we're fine. I do kind of feel bad because the fight against Lorelei was supposed to be Lee Sin's time to shine, because he hasn't really had a moment... Oh, come on, really? He hasn't really had a moment like that. But, unfortunately, yeah, it didn't go so well. Again, Lee Sin was kind of just put in there just cuz. I probably should have instead of Lee Sin had a flyer or something. But again, I didn't want to completely copy Mystic Umbreon again. But hey, that's a note for next time. I do recommend you have a flyer on every team before Generation 7. Because in Generation 7, they completely got rid of HMs, thank God. Next up is Hitmonlee, speaking of Lee Sin. And yes, unfortunately, we do have to see that animation every time that our Pokemon uses the leftovers. Hopefully his Psychic finishes it off. And as you can see, we're kind of underleveled. Hey, another crit. I couldn't say that was a useless crit because we didn't KO Hitmonchan earlier. We might have not KO'd Hitmonlee. Next up, I think, is another Onyx. Yep, I was correct. Alright, so another Bullet Seed should be able to finish this Onyx off. Also, some people might call me cheap for using a... Ooh, that might actually hurt. Some people might call... Oh, that didn't do anything, actually. And it has Rockhead for its ability, so it does not take recoil damage. Interesting. As I was saying, some people might call me cheap for using a stalling strategy... Oh, come on. A stalling strategy like giving Berry, Leech Seed, and leftovers. But it's a legitimate strategy, it's just super annoying to deal with. I actually had a... I used to do Pokemon Showdown competitive matches occasionally, and I used to have a Pokemon called Celesteela, and it's a Steel type with really high resistances, have Leech Life and leftovers with it. It was a really nice little stall Pokemon if I had nothing else I could do, or like if they had a really tanky Pokemon on their side. That's the thing about Stall, it kind of destroys tanks because it's a lot of chip damage that usually does a percentage amount of their HP. Anyway, final Pokemon, Machamp. Very physically defensive, but should not be very especially defensive. Never mind, still did not KO it. Oh, Bulk Up. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Bulk Up, whatever shall I do? That's it, Berry, eat your apple core. That's literally all... That's what leftovers is, it looks like a freaking apple core. But hopefully this one last Psychic should be able to KO it. There we go, piece of cake. Not bad, not bad. It'd be really cool if we could finish this all through in just one go. Why? How could I lose? I don't know. Maybe have better Pokemon next time? My job is done. Go face your next challenge. Which we will. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. I hear Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old dove was once tough and handsome, but that was decades ago. He's a shadow of his former self. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokédex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for battling. Jordan, I'll show you how the real trainer battles. Next up is Agatha, who apparently had a thing with Professor Oak at some point. It's kind of cute. She specializes in ghost types. Ghost/poison types. I'm pretty sure she more specializes in poison types, but she's considered a ghost type specialist or whatever. So I decided to keep Berry out because psychic type moves are also... Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Psychic type moves are also super effective against poison types. Let's see... Nice. Nice, an easy one-shot. Gengar is a very powerful Pokemon. Very powerful special attacker. Let's see, next up is Arbok. So yeah, she more specializes in poison types than ghost types, really. So, yeah, I'm just keeping Barry out here. I was considering bringing up Pupper instead to show off that bite, but again, I remember her more specializing in poison types. That's gonna hurt. Okay, Sludge Bomb. Oh, we got poison too. Awesome. Sludge Bomb is basically one of, if not the most powerful poison type move. I've been trying to get this move for our Nidoking, but unfortunately you can't get it till after you beat the Elite Four, which is stupid, because that means that the only poison type move that Nidoking will know till then is freaking Poison Sting. Alright, we're gonna use a full restore on Barry. Unfortunately, that is the downside of Barry, is that because Barry is part grass type, it's weak to poison type moves, so I really do recommend it if you can get your hands on Alakazam, you use Alakazam instead of freaking Exeggutor. And we got poisoned again. I think it's like a 20 or 30% chance of getting poisoned. Something like that. And yeah, we just barely... This kind of sucks. Alright. I'm gonna actually switch out to Bun Bun. And probably use Bun Bun's defensive capabilities in order to actually heal up Barry again. I'll just probably finish Arbok off real quick with Return. Thankfully, since Bun Bun is a poison type, Bun Bun cannot be poisoned himself. Now that was a useless crit. Alright, next up is Haunter. Yikes. So the unfortunate thing is that the Ghastly line completely counters Bun Bun. Bun Bun can't do anything against them, because they have the ability to levitate, which means that they are unaffected by ground type moves. Return doesn't do anything, Brick Break doesn't do anything, and Mega Horn is resisted by poison types. So this should be fun. Oh yeah, I did give Bun Bun a Chesto-Berry. Funny, this was not the battle I want to actually have it use that, but whatever, I guess. Use a full heal real quick to heal that poisoning. And Hypnosis lands twice, that's awesome. Always AIs that get the lucky hit chance. Alright, let's switch on back over to Barry for now. I'll probably switch back to Bun Bun because hopefully she has like another Arbok or something. Oh good, Mean Look. Good thing I swapped out when I could. Alright, use another Psychic. Good, Hypnosis missed that time. And if we KO the Gengar, we should be able to KO the Haunter. Easy. I do need to use an Elixir on Barry soon. Her next Pokemon is Gengar. Ooh, level 58 Gengar though. Good, Hypnosis misses again. Please KO, please KO, please KO, please KO, please KO. Ah, damn it. Really? Well, the special drop is nice. And Citrus Berry. I'll just use another Psychic on Gengar. Nice! Okay, I take it back about Hypnosis always landing for the AI. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth there. And her final Pokemon is Golbat. Again, mostly a poison type specialist. And Confuse Ray. There was no way we were gonna avoid a Confuse Ray. Okay, that's gonna suck. Damn it. Hopefully Barry survives at least one attack. Air Cutter, that's gonna hurt. Okay, it didn't do as much damage. Golbat is more of a physical attack. Wait, no. Air Cutter is a physical attack. God! Okay, we'll give it one more shot. I'm pretty sure Air Cutter won't KO Barry here. Poison Fang, on the other hand. Oh, no, barely. Barely did. Barry did get poisoned, but if she hits herself... Oh, she snapped out of confusion, though. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Agatha down. That's 3 of the 4 Elite Four done. Thank freaking God. And Barry grew to level 50. Nice. Oh my, you're something special, child. Whew, that was a close one. You win. I see what the old duff sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child. I'm gonna heal everyone up real quick. Ah, I've heard about you, Jordan. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, are you ready to lose? Your Elite Challenge ends with me, Jordan. Yeah, until dragons are apparently losing to fairies. Anyways, Lance, he is the Dragon-type specialist of the Elite Four. And yet he starts out with the Gyarados. I did tell you that little fact that Gyarados was initially supposed to be a Dragon-type. So it's not too far off. But that's why I started out with Rhett. Because Rhett is going to be able to one-shot this thing with the Thunderbolt. No problem. But after that, it's going to be Crasher's turn. Time to shine. Thank you for not making a liar out of me, Rhett. Dragon types do resist electric attacks, so I do not want to keep Rhett out here. So let's switch on over to Crash. Crash does have Ice Beam, and Dragon types are weak to Ice type attacks. Alright, covered by a Veil. I think that it either ensures that they are not hit by critical hits, or that they do not get statused. So I'm going to use Ice Beam. Now the thing is that Crash is not does not have as high a special attack as my other special attackers, so Crash is going to one-shot these things. Dragon Rage always does 40 points of damage. I did give Crash the other leftovers as well, so he should be healing up some health after every turn as well. This should hopefully KO it. Nice. Alright, next up is Dragonair, another Dragonair. Alright. Same deal, might be a 2-hit Ice Beam. Might be a 2 Ice Beam KO, that's what I'm trying to say. Yep. And Thunder Wave. Okay. That'll be a bit dangerous. I think I will just use a full heal to get rid of that. Just to save us a bit of a headache. Outrage. Now that is a higher damaging Dragon type move, but didn't do that much damage, to be honest. Outrage is like Thrash, where you're stuck in doing it for 2 to 3 turns, and then when you're done with it, you get confused afterwards. So it's not exactly a move I like using ever whenever I have a Dragon type. It's a powerful move, it's just high risk, high reward. And I usually would like to prefer my reliable moves compared to my high risk, high reward moves. Next up is Dragonite. Dragonite is actually part flying alongside part dragon, which means it has a 4 times weakness to ice. But look at that, level 60. We are really, really, really under-leveled right now. But hopefully we should be able to still take care of them all. Let's see, wow, that only did half. Well, shoot. And because of the Citrus Berry, this Ice Beam's definitely not going to KO it next turn. Oh dear. This might be a little dangerous. Outrage again. Crash should be able to tank that very well. Okay. That did do quite a bit of damage. But he's locked into Outrage. So if Crash is able to at least survive another Outrage attack, then we should still be able to KO this Dragonite without having to worry about anything. Without him having to heal. Let's see. Damn it, I was hopeful. I was really, really hopeful. Alright, I'm gonna send out Rhett then. Alright, so it is confused, which means that he didn't get the 3rd turn, which means that I'm gonna actually Thunder Wave here. So at least with the confusion and the paralysis gets Parafusion, which means he only has a 50% chance of actually doing anything. Oh, Safeguard does heal, protect from status conditions. Okay, well, I kind of screwed myself there. Hopefully Rhett does well. Hopefully. That did nothing. Hyper Beam. There's no way Rhett's surviving that. Hyper Beam, like I said before, is one of those 150 attack moves that requires you to recharge after using it. Okay, this is actually kind of dangerous now. Let's send out Bun Bun, and then I think I'll actually use this time. Okay, no longer protect by Safeguard. I'm actually going to use a Max Revive on Crash. Okay. And Return's honestly our best option to at least do some sort of chip damage. And another Safeguard. Let's just keep using Return until Bun Bun fades. I think he's out of full restores now, though. Alright, another Outrage. Bun Bun's definitely gonna get KO'd in this next turn. But hopefully that means that Crash will just be able to KO the Dragonite with an Ice Beam. Oh, nice, got poisoned. That's good. So much for that Safeguard, am I right? Alright. Now hopefully he doesn't have another full restore up his ass. Okay, he doesn't. Oh, right, he was locked into Outrage anyway, so... Yeah, that actually does quite a bit of damage now. But hopefully this Ice Beam should finish it off. It's good. And finally, his last Pokemon. Aerodactyl. Now this is not a Dragon type, and I don't know why it's on his team. I guess Pterodactyls are Dragon-like, but they're more bird-like if anything. But that's besides the point. Here we can actually use Surf. Hopefully Ancient Power doesn't deal that much. Okay, we're fine. Surf will actually get the same type attack bonus, and Aerodactyl's more physically defensive, so... Damn, just barely not enough. It's okay. Crash should be able to survive another attack from this thing and be able to KO it. If not, then I'll just send out that. Oh, he does have another full restore pass. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Aerodactyl was that fossil Pokemon we revived from the old Amber, so you could have had an Aerodactyl on your team if you wanted to. I personally was never the biggest fan of fossil Pokemon. I never found them that useful. But I do know Aerodactyl has some sort of spot in competitive battling. Well, that's probably the end of Crash. Yep. But hey, that means we have a free turn to KO the Aerodactyl at the end. You know what, let's use Lisa. It's Brick Break. Aerodactyl is neutrally affected by Brick Break. And a critical. Okay, again, you can't say if that's a useless critical or not. You never know. But there we go, we defeated Lance. That's it. I hate to admit, but you are the Pokemon Master. Nice. I still can't believe my dragons lost to you, Jordan. You are now the Pokemon League champion. Or you would have been, but you have one more challenge left. There's one more trainer to face. His name is... Blue. He beat the Elite Four before you. He is the real Pokemon League champion. Oh, that is false advertising. You called this the Elite Four, not the Elite Five. And now we have to fight that asshole again? Ugh. Fine, give me a moment. Hey, Jordan. I was looking forward to seeing you, Jordan. My rivals should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on my Pokédex, I looked all over for Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion. Jordan, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I am the most powerful trainer in the world. This is our final battle against Blue, and our final battle against in the entire game. He starts off with his Pidgeot, and I am starting off with Red to hopefully KO this thing rather quickly. This Pidgeot does have Sand Attack, so I'm a little worried about that, but it also has Feather Dance, which actually is not going to affect Red all that much, but it sharply lowers physical attack. But why use it on a freaking special attacker? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, not bad. Another Thunderbolt should be able to KO the thing. Alright, so Pidgeot, not that big of an issue. Alright, next up in his arsenal, he is going to send out Rhydon. That makes Rhett completely useless. I'm going to switch over to Crash for that. Rhydon does have the ability Lightning Rod, which is kind of useless considering it's also a ground type, so, you know. Lightning Rod basically makes it so he attracts all... Ooh, that's gonna suck. I don't think leftovers, yeah. Hopefully you're faster? Okay, good. Lightning Rod attracts all electric type moves to that Pokemon, so in like double battles and stuff, it's really useful. But since this is single battles, it was kind of pointless ability anyways. Okay, we KO'd that one. Next up is Venusaur, his starter. We are not keeping Crash out for this, I'm sorry. Let's see. Let's send out Pupper. Growth, that's going to raise his special attack. And I do not think that Pupper is going to be able to KO this thing, unfortunately. But we'll give it a shot. I could have gotten the Charcoal from the Celadon Game Corner to give Pupper to make his fire type attack stronger, but would have probably not done much. Okay, you're just going to use Growth again. Alright, Flamethrower should be able to KO this thing again. Except it has a Citrus Berry, I take that back. Might not be KOing this Pokemon then. Please, Pupper. Please don't damage range. Oh, come on. Oh, Burn, actually. Okay, that... And it's Synthesis. Okay, well, with Burn and one more Flamethrower, then we should be fine. It's not the best case scenario, but it could have been worse. Could have been much, much worse. Alright, there we go. That's 3 Pokemon down, 3 to go. And Crash grew to 49, nice. Next up is Gyarados. Alright then. Let's get Pupper out of here and bring Rhett back out. Hydro Pump. Please Rhett survive this. Ooh, just barely survived it. And I did give Rhett a Citrus Berry for her to eat, so... Hopefully his Thunderbolt one-shots it. It's still faster than the Gyarados, so that's good. Survey says... Nice. I do recommend if you are going to get an electric type that actually Jolteon's better. I only got Red because we need an electric type before Mystery's Gym, and we all saw how difficult Mystery's Gym actually was, so... I'm surprised that was so long ago. I do remember actually having to struggle between Misty and... Jeez, we have gone really far. But next up is Alakazam. I might actually just sacrifice Rhett here. Try to get a Thunder Wave off. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Rhett. But you served your purpose. Alright. I'm actually going to send out Pupper here. See how much damage Bite does with the black glasses. Another Psychic. So my best offense against Alakazam, if this fails, is that... Probably going to send a Berry. Yeah, that did nothing. Okay. Oh, Future Sight. Okay. I'm going to send a Berry, put a Leech Seed on Alakazam, and then just try to whittle it away while healing up. Nope, that's the end of Pupper. Might have to revive Pupper later for a later fight, so let's send out Berry now. Or actually, I have one other Pokemon that I can use. Alright, so... Yeah, let's just try to land a Leech Seed. Leech Seed I don't think it has perfect accuracy, so... Let's see... Alright. Landed it. It's probably going to use a Full Restore on Alakazam now, but thankfully Full Restores do not get rid of Leech Seed. Okay, and we are going to probably take the Future Sight attack, so I'm going to use a Giga Drain next. Hopefully Barry can resist, can take it. Okay, not bad. Full Restore. And Giga Drain. Barry's been carrying us through a majority of this Elite Four. I'm quite surprised how powerful she actually is. Okay, that didn't do as much as I really hoped for, but we should be fine. We can take at least like one more Psychic before I have to use a potion. And we do have a lot of heal. I guess Barry would be what's considered in League of Legends a Drain Tank. Oh. he's actually swapping out to Arcanine. Wait. Did I? Oh, that's because I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm dumb. I thought this last Pokemon was its own Exeggutor, but no, he sends out Arcanine next. Okay, I mean, if we're not going to have to deal with Alakazam anymore, then I'll just swap out to Blastoise. Alright, that's no problem to me. Although Blastoise has a little bit more than half HP, so this might actually be a bit dangerous. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna heal up Blastoise real quick just to be safe. Nope, that's wrong thing. Actually, I could send out Bun Bun. Bun Bun did not really get a whole lot to do this game, but it's fine. Another flamethrower. Crash taking it like a champ. Alright, now let's use... Oh, Extreme Speed. Alright. I think Arcanine's faster than Crash anyways, so... Use Surf, see how much that does. I don't think it's going to KO it because, again, Crash is not a very strong attacker. Crash is more of a tank right now. But you never know. Defense is sometimes a good offense, so... Alright. This should KO the Arcanine. Not bad, not bad. And it's back to Alakazam. I'm going to keep Crash out for this, because Crash does have Bite, and any chip damage we can do to the Alakazam is good chip damage. Unless Crash cannot survive a single Psychic. I tried. I was hopeful. Alright. Let's bring back up Barry again. Same strategy as before. We're going to Leech Seed this thing, and then we're going to just Giga Drain the crap out of it. Right, Barry should be able to take at least one more feature side. Maybe not with that special defense drop. Okay. That's actually quite dangerous, having the special defense drop. Hopefully with the healing, she should be able to take at least one more, but that is incredibly risky. I will use another Max Revive on Barry if Barry does happen to be KO'd. Goddamn Psychics for being so freaking overpowered. I could send out Bun Bun and use Mega Horn, but unfortunately, I do not think that he would be able to survive anything against this Alakazam, or be faster than it. Or, okay! Leech Seeded to death. I didn't think Leech Seed was going to do that much, but... Hey, I'm not going to look at Gift Horse in the mouth. That's it! That's the main story. We defeated Blue! Again! No, that can't be. You beat me at my best. After all that work to become the league champion, my reign is over already? It's not fair. Well, life ain't fair, kiddo. Why? Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it! You're the new Pokemon League champion. Although I don't like to admit it. Jordan! Hey, where have you been this whole time? So, you've won. Sincerely, congratulations. You're the new Pokemon League champion. You've been betting on me this entire time compared to your grandson, haven't you? You've grown up so much since you first left with Squirtle to work on the Pokedex. Jordan, you have come of age. Blue, I'm disappointed in you. I came when I heard that you've beaten the Elite Four, but when I got here, you had already lost. Blue, do you understand why you lost? You have forgotten to treat your Pokemon with love and trust, and also, your AI is just kind of shit. Without them, you will never become a champ again. Jordan, you understand that your victory was not just your undoing. The bond you share with your Pokemon is marvelous. Jordan, come with me. We'll smell you later, Blue. Ooh, floor shiny. Congratulations, Jordan. This floor is the Pokemon Hall of Fame. Pokemon League champions are honored for their exploits here. Their Pokemon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame. Jordan, you have worked hard to become the new League champion. Congratulations, Jordan. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. And just like that, we have beaten the Elite Four. And we have beaten the main story of Pokemon Fire Red. I'm honestly surprised that the Elite Four went so well. When I looked at Blue's levels earlier, I honestly got quite terrified. But hey, we managed to make it through. Not bad, not bad. And it only took us less than 24 hours. I'm actually quite proud of that. I expected it to take us around 24 hours, or 24 hours in game time. And that's with me fighting all the trainers too. And there goes Blue. So what now? Do we all just walk home now while this music plays and the credits go on? This is incredibly awkward. Okay, and we start running. But yeah, that's Pokemon Fire Red. We're not completely done with the games yet. We still have some stuff to do in the post-game, but that's basically the end of the main story. My thoughts about how this went so far? Not bad. It is my second Pokemon playthrough, Let's Play, same difference. So I did have a bit of knowledge of what I was doing, but this is more traditional than I'd say Sword and Shield is. Sword and Shield is a bit like they're trying a bit too hard with the new, well, not trying a bit too hard with the new stuff. They have a lot of new stuff within Sword and Shield. I don't like this game. Simply put, I am not a big fan of the first generation of Pokemon games to begin with. I do think that Generation 1, this is going to have a lot of people kill me for saying this, but I genuinely think the first generation of Pokemon is probably the worst generation of Pokemon. Now, that does not mean it's bad. It's the least good of all the Pokemon generations. I am a strong believer of saying there is no bad main series Pokemon game. There are some that are very weak, but there are no bad main series Pokemon games. And Generation 1 just kind of falls there, so this being a remake of my least favorite Pokemon game, I definitely like this more than Generation 1, but I do not think it is really that good. It was still a fun little adventure to play through this. This was one of my least played games, so to replay it all over again, it's not bad. Especially since we added all the Generation 3 mechanics where we have like Versus Seeker, held items, moves to actually fight off psychic types instead of having to rely on your own psychic type. It would have been... I guess I should have probably changed my team up a bit better. I do think having a flying type would have been a lot better in some scenarios because while Lee Sin is fine as a fighting type, there wasn't really a lot of places for him to shine. He's just kind of a party member just to be there. I mean, we had other things to fight off rock types, we had other things to fight off steel types. He's just kind of there. And having the utility of Fly on our team would have definitely been a lot easier. But I'd say for me personally, I think this is... Would I say it's my best Let's Play so far? Probably. I felt a bit more confident going through this one, personally. Knowing a bit more of what I was doing. I did have to reset, like redo some parts because of like recording errors or like me screwing up somewhere, but I'm honestly surprised that it's over as fast as it is. It only took us 20 parts compared to Sword and Shield's like 30 something, I think. So that's interesting. And we have this little animation Blue. That's actually a nice little animation Blue. I still think he's a complete asshole and definitely one of the least good rivals. I think they're definitely better rivals with his personality. He just kind of comes off as an asshole, honestly. I do like better in the anime, like after the first generation, where Gary, the anime counterpart of Blue, actually... And of course, there always has to be Pikachu. That is a horrible sprite of Pikachu, ew. Where Gary becomes a much more likable person. I especially have remember him once in the Sinnoh anime as a more likable person. He's just kind of a dick in general. Now, granted, these guys are supposed to be 10 years old, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Kids are kind of ruthless. But I guess that's the end of everything. That's the end of Pokemon Fire Red for now. If you like what I do, subscribe to my channel, consider supporting me on Patreon, and follow me on all my social media links. All that will be in the description. I'll see you all later.